Okay, we are going to make a self-portrait for the display case up front. We've probably already discussed that. This is my example. It is a folded piece of paper, and it will stand kind of like a teepee or a tent, standing up in the display case. Okay, you are going to get started with a rectangle piece of paper. There might be two different feeling sides to this paper. One feels a little bit slicker and one feels more like paper. So it's basically poster board. Please make sure when you fold your paper that you are folding in half neatly. Make sure those lines or the edges of the paper line up. Make sure you are folding with the rougher, more paper feeling side on the outside. I was just doing it wrong. That's no big deal because all I have to do is fold it the other way. It really doesn't matter, but it is easier to color on the more paper feeling side. Okay, so turn your rectangle into a square, fold it in half, line up those edges, crease it. I actually like to take a pencil and crease it that way so it looks a little bit nicer. Otherwise you end up with kind of a more, I don't know, jankety, jacked up looking fold. It just folds neatly when it's thick paper like this using a tool. Very fancy tool. Okay, then what you're doing, so inside should be slick, outside more paper feeling. Then what you're going to do is you're going to write your name. I would write it on the bottom. Think of it kind of like a plaque. Okay, so I'm going to write Miss Cross. And please write it big enough so that, oh, you can't see that. Please write it big, can you see that? Big enough so that you could see it from the display case. You're not writing your name for ants to read, you're writing them for humans to read, so make sure it's big enough. And if you really don't want it on the bottom, that's fine. It does need to be on the front somewhere, so top or bottom. Okay, but I think it will look nice if they're all on the bottom. Okay, then on the back of your fold, you are going to write your class code, and your class code is your grade level as well as the first letter of your teacher's name. So I'm going to make mine up. If I was in Miss Cross's art class and I was in 5th grade, I would do 5C or C5. It really doesn't matter as long as you have those two characters, either a number and a letter, okay, because I'm in 5th grade and I'm in Miss Cross's class. If you want, you can write the date on here, whatever, it doesn't matter. I know some people like to do that. Okay, then on the front now, so we've got our TP, nothing's on the inside, class code on the back, name on the front. You are going to begin your self-portrait. When you begin your self-portrait, go slow, take your time. This is going up for the entire school to see. So I would start with a circle shape for the head, or oval, egg shape, whatever you feel more comfortable with. And I'm going to draw lightly because if I don't like how this looks, I can erase it so much easier if it's light. Okay? Can you see that? Okay. I'm drawing it not too small, but not too big. I don't want my whole head to take up the whole space, but I also don't want it to be really teeny tiny that it makes it hard to draw the details like the eyes and the nose and the mouth. Those are already small features on your face, so if you draw a small circle, it's going to be really hard to do those details. Okay, then when you draw your neck actually, and right now I want you to feel underneath your ears. So your neck actually starts kind of right underneath your ears. So many people draw really skinny necks or super chunky necks, and so just think about that. Okay. Then your shoulders, if you drew a line straight up from the top of your shoulders straight to the ceiling, you would not touch your ears. And I see so many people draw teeny little shoulders. You're not toddlers anymore, so make sure your shoulders come out. Okay? It almost looks like I'm wearing a shirt with my name on it. Okay? Please don't forget to draw a line so that you are wearing a shirt. And then I want you to draw your features. I'm not going to give an example of how to do these because everyone is unique in your own way, and this is your self-portrait, and this isn't a super self-portrait lesson. It's more of a cool way to display yourself without your mask on, a drawing of yourself on in the display case up front for this school year. So pick colors that represent yourself. Take your time, color neatly. The whole school is going to see it. Don't forget details. I always forget eyebrows. Eyebrows, nose, mouth, ears if you, like my hair is covering my ears here, but ears if they show. And then it is your self-portrait, so do something that represents you in the background. Maybe it's baseball, maybe it's pizza, maybe it's at the beach, maybe it's just some of your favorite colors. It really doesn't matter, but I don't want white showing on this. Please, it's going to be so pretty up in the front.